and welcome back to this one. I noticed on social media yesterday that Councillor Brooks was a little bit concerned by this. She said, East Suffolk Council spent many thousands doing this up for local people to get advice and pay bills, etc. Now they're being removed, and why? Well, I don't profess to know much about local goings-on, but the cultural quarter development, reading some of the plans and things, as I often do, reveals that the Marina Centre in Lowestoft, quite a big chunk of it is having to be knocked down. So that was my thoughts as to why they're going to have to move this access point. So I mentioned it. So I said, isn't it currently in a building about to be demolished? And Councillor Brooks replied, no, that's Battery Green Car Park. The Marina Centre is next to the Marina Theatre. Yeah, I know that, but it's being knocked down. So I said, I just had a look at the demolition plans and quite a bit of the Marina Centre building is being demolished. So the customer services section will be homeless. The current building looks like most of the northern section is being removed and then rebuilt in the changes. Quite a big job. So Wendy replies and says, yes, and completely unnecessary and not obvious from initial plans. I thought it was. The Marina Centre is a relatively new building, but East Suffolk Council seems keen on demolition in Lowestoft. And for what purpose? I have to be careful, but I voted against the whole project because of poor design and lack of community engagement. I thought I'd have a look at that little link to what East Suffolk Council are doing, and it led me to their meeting about it. Their meetings are quite a bit different. Have a look at this.
Okay, the next item here, I would like to invite Councillor Paul Ashton, Cabinet Member with responsibility for corporate services, digital customer service, HR and assets, to introduce the report.
Thank you. You're going to get bored of saying that by the end of the night, I think. But so relocation of customer services to Lowestoft Library. The public reception centre and the core contact centre for the council, the core contact centre for the council is located in the Marina Centre in Lowestoft, and that is also the public reception centre for Lowestoft. So as in public reception centre, as in a place that residents and customers can walk in and see officers from customer service. The Marina Centre is going to be partially demolished as part of the Cultural Quarter regeneration project. This is one of the 5 projects that form part of the wider Towns deal.
So I popped off to the planning portal and there were all the drawings of the project, and I found the one of the building that's being demolished.
In total, £25 million across all 5 projects. So therefore, the customer service centre needs to be relocated. Just to avoid any confusion, because I think this was reported in the press, the relocation is driven entirely by the Cultural Quarter project. It's not something we're doing for any other reason. We wouldn't do it unless we were enabling the Cultural Quarter project, just in case there's any doubt about that.
They then spent some time explaining how much it would cost, why it was being done, what had to be done once they got to the library, and then at the end they asked all the cabinet members if anybody had any questions, and very unlike our one, they all went no, because the explanation was thorough and detailed. And then he threw it open to everybody else and said, would anybody else like to ask a question? And one person did.
Any questions from other members? Councillor Byatt.
Thank you. Just a quick question. I know that when many people go into or have been into the customer services centre, they do sometimes require a certain amount of confidentiality. Can we be assured that there will be that facility within the library? Because knowing the Lowestoft Library quite well, and you've already stated it in the document that it's not actually massively generous in space, that we can still offer that opportunity for our customers to be able to have those moments of confidential discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Byatt. At this point, what I'd like to do, I think I could answer your question, but I'd like to acknowledge that Tom Darling-Fernley has put quite a lot of work into this project, and he's sitting right behind me, and it would be a shame for him to have given up his time to be here this evening without getting a chance to speak. So I'm going to invite Tom, if you would like, to just answer that question, if that's okay.
Thank you, Councillor Ashton. To your question, the layout of the space within the ground floor of the library, the space that we're leasing directly from Suffolk County Council is self-contained. It's a separate, discrete leasehold area, leasehold demise, and within that, after we've refurbished it, we'll be fitting it out in such a way as to provide different sorts of facility to assure the kind of privacy and confidentiality to which I believe you're referring, Councillor. So there'll be plenty of opportunities for that. The reception desks and the interview rooms that you'd find in the Marina Centre reception today will be duplicated, and we hope to slightly improve on the offer as well.
Thank you. And the second question was about opening hours and how they will compare with what we already offer at the Marina Centre as is. And thanks for that answer. It's very helpful.
I think our intention initially, and I'll check with Tom, is to keep the same hours, although hours are under review. As you know, I've mentioned before, doing a big review of customer service and our service for our different services and how they what they offer and whether it fits with what customers need. So we will be open to changing customer opening hours, and for that matter, you know, the times when our walk-in centres are open as well. Unless you want to add anything, Tom.
I can come in, Councillor Ashton. We already open 3 days a week currently in the Marina Centre. That's expanded actually this year. We were originally 2 days a week since reopening following COVID. We're now 3 days a week, and the intention is to match sort of 5 days a week within the library building.
It's quite refreshing to see how you can do these things without having to shout and talk over the top of people. Sensible question about confidentiality, answered by the expert on the panel. Excellent. Can't see anything wrong with that whatsoever. So there you go, Wendy. It looks like it's having to move because it doesn't have a home. It's going to move to somewhere that's probably going to be better, and they're going to make sure it's open at the right times and staff it appropriately. So there you go. Hope that answers your question. Take care. See you on the next video.